Public discourse often frames Middle Eastern conflicts like a live broadcast tournament. On social media and cable news, these wars are discussed with the intensity of a sports rivalry, where pick-your-side hashtags replace any deep look at the human cost. This narrative relies on the idea of an inevitable religious war, a conflict fueled by thousands of years of uninterrupted scriptural hatred that has been raging since the dawn of time. Actual history suggests a different relationship. In the ancient world, the nation of Iran served as a primary protector of the Jewish people, acting as a strategic ally for centuries. The Hebrew Bible explicitly documents the ancient Iranian Empire as the chosen entity that saved the Jewish community from extinction. Understanding this historical partnership changes the perspective on current events. The bitter rivalries seen today are recent political constructs, developed long after the ancient era ended. In 539 BC, the Persian Empire, based in modern-day Iran, successfully conquered Babylon. This victory put King Cyrus the Great in control of a massive portion of the Middle East. Cyrus issued a formal decree, recorded on this clay cylinder, outlining a policy that respected local customs and freedom of worship. He permitted the exiled Jewish people to return home and rebuild their temple in Jerusalem, establishing a bond with the Persian crown. The biblical response to this act was singular. Isaiah refers to Cyrus as a Messiah, a term reserved for Israelite kings, making him the only non-Israelite in the Bible to receive that title. Even under the later Ottoman Empire, Jewish, Christian, and Muslim communities often inhabited the same urban quarters and shared the same trade routes. These extended periods of regional coexistence indicate that religious differences alone were not the primary driver of the violence witnessed in the present century. Following World War I, British and French colonial powers drew artificial borders across the former Ottoman Empire, ignoring the existing cultural layout. Within these new lines, two nationalist movements emerged: Zionism, seeking a Jewish homeland, and Arab nationalism, seeking Arab independence. These movements laid claim to the same territory. The Israel-Palestine conflict developed over the last 100 years as a dispute over land rights and national sovereignty. The tensions reached a breaking point during the 1948 war. The violence and displacement that followed the UN partition plan created a massive refugee population, grounding the political dispute in a cycle of human loss. Today's Israeli-Palestinian struggle is a consequence of these 20th century land claims and the subsequent military occupation, rather than an ancient religious necessity. A second geopolitical shift occurred in 1979 with the Iranian Revolution. Under the leadership of Ayatollah Khomeini, Iran transitioned from a Western-aligned monarchy to a revolutionary Islamic republic. Neighbors viewed this revolution as a direct threat. In 1980, Saddam Hussein of Iraq launched an invasion of Iran, hoping to weaken his rival and prevent the revolution from spreading across the border. The resulting Iran-Iraq War lasted 8 years. It featured brutal trench warfare and the horrific use of chemical weapons, resulting in over 1 million casualties. While the nations fought, external powers like the US and Soviet Union provided weapons and intelligence to both sides. The strategy was to keep them occupied and unable to dominate the Persian Gulf, securing global oil while exhausting local militaries. This 8-year war left the region traumatized and established the reliance on proxy militias that continues to block diplomatic efforts today. The current reality of blockades and national rivalries is a product of the last century. The instability traces back to the specific choices of colonial border drawing, Cold War alliances, and the rise of modern nationalism. Labeling this as ancient hatred obscures these tangible political causes. Framing the Middle East as permanently violent based on history ignores the fact that these conditions are created by modern policy decisions. History shows that today's bitterest rivals once functioned as close allies. Because these current maps and rivalries were built through specific political actions, they remain subject to change. Ultimately, the future of the entire region is not a fixed outcome of the past.